Hey everyone, this is the warm-up for March 19 and 20. So it's test day. Test day. If it's March 19th, it's A, and if it's March 20th, it's B. Yay for test day. And this will take, probably 30 minutes of your life, and you'll have about 50 plus minutes to work on your test. And it's a longer test, and you'll need it all the time. And you need a calculator, a ruler, a divider. Okay, let's get this going. Feel free to pause whenever. I am going to go pretty quick, and this might be in two parts. If I can do it all in one, that'd be great, but I'll have to go quick. In water, the ratio of hydrogen atoms to oxygen atoms is 2 to 1. Yeah, because H2O, right? You ever heard of H2O? The 2 means that there's 2 hydrogen molecules and 1 oxygen. That's why it's called H2O. So if you didn't know that, congratulations, now you know that. In water, the ratio of hydrogen atoms to oxygen atoms is 2 to 1, which means this is hydrogen and this is oxygen. If there are 3 times 10 to the 23rd atoms in a sample of water, wow, that's a lot of water. How many hydrogen atoms? Wow. Whoa. Well, you're going to take this number and you're going to divide it by 3. And once you divide this by 3, divide by 3, okay? That big number. And in your calculator, just put this in parentheses. Use the caret, 3 times 10 to the caret 23, and then close the parenthesis and then do divide 3. Okay, now whatever that answer is, which is going to be crazy, it's going to say something crazy, like on your calculator, it's going to say, I don't even know, 1 times 1e23. It doesn't matter what it says. The point is, you're going to multiply that answer by 2. So without doing any of the math on a calculator, this answer might be 2 times 10 to the 23. 2 times 10 to the 23. It very well could be. I'm not sure. It might be less. You'll figure it out. All right. Next, 60% of the voters favor the initiative, and 12,000 did not. How many voters favored the initiative? 60% favored it. 12,000 did not, which means 12,000 is 40%. You see how I did that? 60% favored it. 12,000 did not. So 60%, 40%. So 12,000 is 40%. How do you figure out what the 80% is? Well, here's how you figure it out. You take 12,000 and you divide it by the decimal of 40%, which is 0.4. It's going to be 30,000, right? But that doesn't tell you everything. It just tells you that the total voters is 30,000 and 12,000 did not favor it. So now you take that 30 and you times it by 0.6 for 60%. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, 30,000 times 0.6, and that'll be the answer over here. Also, you don't have to even do that math. You could just do 30,000, that's the total, minus 12,000. It will arrive at the same answer. All right, next. A bank charges customers $10 a month for checking plus 10 cents for each check that is written. If Jesse uses 13 checks in a month, what will this bank charge? 13 checks times 10 cents is $1.30 plus the $10 fee. So we're looking at $11.30. Also, if you ever grow up and there's a bank that does that, just go bank with somebody else. Okay? FYI. We don't do nickel and dimes. Like, seriously. You're gonna charge me 13 dimes? Okay, I'm out. I'll go with a bank that doesn't charge me that. The sales revenue of a retail store for 1 week is right here. Make a line plot. We can do that. Do you have any duplicates? Let's see. Let's skip the line plot today. Let's just put them in order. I'm just like, what's the point of the line plot? Okay, let's just skip. Okay, let's do this. This is important. Okay, mean, median, mode, and range. First things first, you got to put them in order. What's the first thing we do with all data sets? We got to put them in order. Okay, what's the first thing we do with all data sets? We got to put them in order. So what's the smallest one here? 1.3, and then 1.4. I X them off as you go, so you don't do any duplicates if there's not. 1.5, 1.6, looks like 2.5 is next, and then 2.8 and 2.9, 2.8, 2.9. All right, now, mean, add them all up. 1.3 plus 1.4, that's 2.7, plus 1.5, plus 1.6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, and then that's 10.7, 11.2, 12.1, 12.6, 13.4, 14.3. Someone add that up. Is it really 14.3? I don't think so. Here's another way. 17, 22, 27, 32, 36, 39. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13.9? Okay, I'm getting two different things. All right, so you decide. Is it 13.9 or is it 14.3? Add them up. Maybe they're both wrong. Wow, okay. I'll have to double down on that. I think it's that. Anyways, nothing happens other than you have to divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So whatever that is, divided by 7. Okay? And that is the mean. As far as your mode goes, there's no mode. There's no mode. Why is there no mode? Because there's no number that it duplicates. There's just all different numbers. Median. Well, we put them in order, so it's the middle number, 1.6. 1.6 is the median. And the range is 2.9 minus 1.3. Figure that out. That's the range. Okay, next. Brad is trying to remember the combination to a lock, which you've all done. He knows the three numbers are 15, 27, 18, but he cannot remember the order. What's the possible order of the numbers? Okay, well, all the different possibilities. Come on, Brad. Jeez, Brad. Okay, 15 would go first, and then 27, then 18. That's the right combo, but he can't remember, so he might be doing this one because he's a goofy. And this one might be, and this one might be, and then he could also do 18 first, and that's really it. Okay, he's got 6 different combinations, and there's one that's the correct one. Okay, what's the probability that Brad finds the correct order on his first try? 1 out of 6, so 1/6 or 17%. Next, we're gonna cross multiply 14 times 5. What is that? 70. Is it really 70? Divided by 20. 70 divided by 20. That's not fun. 3.5. Okay. The two parallel lines, find x. Well, the acute angle is 70. And how many degrees are in a straight line? Straight lines have 180. So I want you to do 180 minus 70. And that's going to be what this is. Which is what x is. So you're going to write x equals whatever that value was. All right, next. Use a slope-intercept form, y equals 1/2 x minus 2. To do what? To graph? Oh, well, okay, suppose. 1, 2, 3. Do a quick little graph. Put a dot down here at -2, and then it go up 1 over 2. Up 1, let's see. Up 1 over 2, there's 2 dots, and then you got your rulers, right? So maybe you don't pause it, go grab one. All right, it's a quick little graph. They just wanted us to graph it, so fine. We did it. Next, the circumference of the Earth is at the equator is 25,000 miles. Wow. Estimate the diameter. Like if we were going straight through the Earth, okay, well, it's going to be 25,000 divided by pi, and that is the diameter of the Earth. That's cool. Explain how you found it? Well, I divided the circumference by pi and figure out a straight line. By the way, you can take any circle there is, like trace any circle or any round circle or object, and the measure of the outside divided by pi is always the distance across. It's pretty unique. It's actually what they do to measure the age of trees, because they can't, cut a tree. They don't want to kill a tree to find out how old it is. Hey, how old is this tree? I don't know. Chop it down. Okay, now it's dead. So that was stupid. So they don't do that. What they do is they actually use a measuring tool to measure around the tree and see how big the tree is. Then they can divide that by pi, and the diameter can help them figure out how old this particular tree is. So there you go. If you want to be a forester and do that, then I just changed your life. It's so impactful. All right, next we're solving for m, and we're going to do 3 plus 2, which is 5m. We're going to add this 6 to both sides. So we have 5m equals 10. I want you to solve that, okay? Don't circle it. Don't be that person. Solve it, okay? How do you solve it? Next, x minus 3x is -2x equals 18. We're going to divide both sides by -2 and solve that. Solve the thing I'm circling. This one I'll do for you, -1/2. We don't like fractions, but we can't subtract 5/6 and 1/2 because the bottom numbers aren't the same. But I will multiply this by 3. So now it's 5/6 minus 3/6, which is 2/6. So 2/3 x equals 2/6. And now I'll multiply by 3/2 on both sides. And I'm doing this for you. The answer is 1/2, okay? 1/2. That's this answer. This one, just multiply this value by 8, and you will have the answer. Next, Isabella wonders whether a beach ball with 50-inch circumference will pass through a basketball hoop with a diameter of 18 inches. What would you predict? I'm going to say... off the top of my head, 50 divided by 3. I know 51 divided by 3 is 17. So 50 divided by 17. So 50 divided by 3 is going to be a little bit less than 17, which would fit. But this is 0.14. Does that help me or hurt me? It's going to be good. I think it's going to work. I'll say yes. Okay, now, for those wondering whether this answer is yes or no, you take 50 and you divide it by 3.14. And if it's less than 18, yes wins. And if it's more than 18, yes loses. It's no. Okay, let me know what you find out. So the page over there, okay, we got this. We need to find the area and the perimeter. Okay, so here we go. We have a cutout for 8. That means this section right here is worth 4, and this one's 4. So that's 24. This section here is 3 and 4, so that's 12. And this section right here is 4, and this section is 3. And 3 times 4 is 12, so half of this is 6. So for the area, I want you to add 24 plus 12 plus 6. That's your area. Please write your area down. Make sure it's in centimeters squared. For your perimeter, you're going to need this 5 here. That 5 changes the game. So for perimeter, you need to do this. Okay, ready? Follow me here. Ready? 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3. Again, perimeter. 8, 6, 4, 5, 3. That's the perimeter. 8, 6, 4, 5, 3. 8, 6, 4, 5, 3. Or 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. All right, now for your area, it's 24, 12, 6. What? 24, 12, 6. Say it again. Say 24, 12, and 6. What? All right. So there you go. Moving on. Sarah just got her hair cut. If Sarah's hair grows 1 1/4 inches every month, how much will it be in 4.5 months if she does not cut it? Well, Sarah, you have to multiply, Sarah, this value times this value, and then you will receive the answer, Sarah. But they're both in mixed numbers, and we don't like that. So some people will turn this into 1.25 times 4.5. That's what Johnny would do because Johnny's OG. But I challenge you to turn this into a regular improper fraction. 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5 fourths, times 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 9 halves. And then you're going to multiply. 5 times 9 is 45. And 4 times 2 is 8. And the answer is 45 over 8. But we need to turn that back into a mixed number. How many times does 8 go into 45? Count your 8s up. It's not quite 6 times. So it's 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. And that leaves us 5 left over. So it's 5 and 5/8. So my guess is the people who got this answer, they got 5.625. Because that's what this is. Holla at your boy. All right, next. 2/5 squared. So you have to square the 2, 4. Square the 5, 25. So it's 4 over 25. You have to square both. Oh, this thing. I taught you that. I know you know. If you know, you know. I know you know. 2 S's on top, 2 S's on bottom. Those are gone. 5 R's on top, 4 R's on bottom. The answer is R. 5 minus 4 is 1. So R is by itself. Let's get a little zoom in here. All right, let's multiply. 2 times 1 is 2, and 5 times 6 is 30. And that reduces to 1 over 15. And now we have to divide. Oh, no, now we're adding 2 15ths to 1 15th. Oh, the answer is 3 15ths. But 3 15ths can be reduced, so let's reduce it to 1/5. 1/5 is the answer for 20. This one. Add those together and you're done. Just write x squared plus 3x plus 2. 55% is a decimal and a fraction. Reduced fraction? Well, I think 55% is 11 over 20. Someone do that division problem and see if it's 0.55. I think it is. Next. 1/7 as a decimal round to the 3 decimal places. Well, I think 1 divided by 7 is like 1 divided by 7. Do it in a calculator. I think it's 0.143. But that's a guess from memory. So figure it out. And then let's see. And you might be thinking, well, it's actually 0.142. But you have to look at this next number behind the 2. Like, it's whatever this number is here is going to push this number that's here. So if this was 2, but this number was 9, the 9 would push the 2 to a 3. So it's asking for a rounded answer, and that's how you round. Or you can just trust me and put 0.143. Your guess. It's up to you. N plus M over M. N plus M over M. So N is 100 and M is negative 10. So it's 100 minus 10 over minus 10. So this is 90, and 90 divided by negative 10 is negative 9. Next, find x and y with similar triangles. Okay, so take a look. What does similar triangles mean? It means that all the angles are the same. So 90, 90, whatever this is, matches this, whatever that is, matches this. We don't care about that. We're not doing that. We're just saying this is 12, this is bigger than that, this is 5, this is bigger than that. How many times bigger is 10 than 5? 2. Well, why is that important? Because that means the scale factor is 2. Well, who cares about the scale factor? Well, now we know this triangle is 2 times bigger than this triangle. So if I tell you this is 12, then you should know what this is. Because it's 2 times bigger than 12. I'll let you figure that out. And this one is a tough one. Because now that you know that this is 24, how do you figure out that? Well, it's Pythagorean theorem, of which you probably don't know, but 24 squared plus 10 squared equals y. So I don't know what 24 times 24 is, so someone's going to jump on that. Okay, this is 100. Okay, so somebody take the value of 24 times 24 and add 100 to it. Okay, it's going to be a bigger number. Okay, whatever that answer is, I want you to square root it. Square root that mystery answer, and that will be what y is. Okay, just because I'm curious. 24 times 24, 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1, 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and then 0, and then 8, and then 4, and then add up 96. And this is 576. 576 plus 100, 676. What is the square root of 676? And that'll be what y is. An ant weighs as little as 0.00001. Write this as an exponent. Okay, so here we go. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 times 10 to the negative 5th. That's how much the ant weighs. And it's not negative because it's a negative number. Negative numbers mean, this negative exponent means it's a very small number. So small gets the negative. Last month, Andrea missed 2 days of school because she had a cold. What percent of school days did Andrea miss last month? She missed 2 days of school? 20 days of school. I feel like we had this problem before. This does not feel new, okay? But what percent of the school days did Andrea miss? She missed 2 out of 20, which reduces to 1 over 10, which is 0.1, which is 10%. She missed 10% of her school. The giant water lily of Amazon River is the world's largest lily, okay? If its pads are almost perfectly round. One lily pad measures about 6 feet in diameter. What is the approximate surface area? Whoa. Whoa, the area of a lily pad. Well, you can't get the area with the diameter. It's pi times radius times radius. But you should remember that if the diameter of cross is 6, then half that diameter is 3. So the radius is 3. So pi is 3.14 times 3 times 3. And don't forget that that's going to be feet. It's in feet. Feet squared. So the answer is going to live right here. Something feet squared. All right. That concludes your video here. Good luck on your test. Have fun. Use your notes if you want. Anybody going for a B, use your notes. You can use your textbooks. It's all good. No big deal. You can use your test practice, like the packet that you took and did. Any notes are good. Go for a B. If you're going for an A, try to pass the class. Good luck. Have fun. Have fun, this guy.